Welcome everyone to my SH Figuarts Avengers Assemble collection, which of course is part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe line I have. In my previous video I showed you my Iron Man collection for the phases 1 and 2. So today I'm going to show you the first team-up movie in 2012 and of course part of the phase 1 line. What I'm going to do is go through each character one by one, give you the pros, the cons, who else I'm still missing in the line, and what other characters they can still make. So you can see that I have a Nick Fury. This is kind of like the Iron Man Tony Stark suited version, where I said that you can throw this character into any of your displays and it would work. Nick Fury, of course, is the creator of the Avengers. He appeared in plenty of the movies, the earlier ones like Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Captain America, Captain America Winter Soldier, Thor. He was in obviously Avengers, Age of Ultron, Infinity War, Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home. So if you buy this Nick Fury character, I feel that you can place him into any of your displays. Right now he's in a neutral pose, which is just them standing there. And I feel that it just works like this because you can feel his presence around. Even though it does include like a pistol as well as alternate head sculpts, I think it's pretty nice just to have Nick Fury like this. The way they've sculpted the figure is really nice as well. I really like the way they've done the jacket. And then we have the detail on the costume with the holster as well. And the lightness on the face sculpt is really good. So they only gave us this figure, I believe, in 2020 or maybe 2021. So just only now can you buy a Nick Fury SH Figuarts. And then we have another Iron Man figure. I showed you this in my previous video because it was part of the phase 1 and 2. This was released under the title Avengers Assemble because he did wear the Mark 6 earlier on in the film. Only towards the end did he upgrade to the Mark 7. This is the third version of the Mark 6 released because they previously gave us two versions in the movie Iron Man 2. If you're looking for the 2021 release of the Avengers Assemble, this is the one they released. You can see it's a kind of upgraded colorway, but you have the battle damage on the face as well as the chest. You also get these laser beams, which we don't see too often in the other marks, so it's a really nice bonus to have. Plenty more accessories in the box, of course. So yeah, this is the Mark 6, which I think is definitely the best Mark 6 version that Tamashii Nations have done. And then we have the main villain of the film, which of course is the half-brother of Thor, Loki. And this is a really nice and detailed figure in terms of the outlook, the way they've done their face sculpt. Of course, they had plenty more, including one without the helmet, the one with the face mask and handcuffs. You can see the detail on the costume. Just all the layering they've done is great. The only thing is I feel that this figure is just too short. It doesn't quite look like it if you hold it on its own, but if you start to place him next to, say, the Thor figures, you can see that this Loki is a bit short. I think you can actually stretch the legs, but it doesn't have that natural kind of look, so that's a bit disappointing. The other thing is that the helmet does fall off quite easily because you can change the face sculpt, so make sure you have it connected properly. And the other thing is his weapon, the scepter. Obviously you have to kind of have it separate pieces for him to go through the hand, but I found that this piece was too short, so it kind of just like falls off really easily. In the box it did include a shorter version, but be careful because if you don't have him standing right, he could fall and then it could kind of like lose this piece. So all the details are there, but it's just some of the way they've sculpted it isn't the best. The other bonus is you get the stone, which is really nice, just placing it in hand. They didn't do one where you connect the stone inside, so you can kind of just balance it any way you like. But again, be careful because it can fall and you could lose it. And then we move on to the original members of the Avengers now. We have Hulk, which is one of my favorite Hulk figures in the SH Figuarts. It's starting to grow on me. I didn't pick it up when it first was released because I had the Age of Ultron version, I had the Infinity War version, but this is a really good figure. I feel that it's a lot different to the Infinity War version, even though that was an amazing figure. Just the way they've sculpted the hairstyle, the face sculpt, We have that smile, which of course was from the first Avengers. Articulation is really good. You get the movement of the fingers on the hand, which we've never seen before in a SH Figuarts Hulk. You get all the details on the trousers as well as the ripped parts, which is really detailed. So overall, it's a kind of standard Hulk figure in terms of the look and then the accessories. But I would definitely recommend this version if you don't have any of the previous ones and you're looking for a definitive look. And then we can move on to Hawkeye, which is a good timing to actually pick up if you're watching the TV series. Maybe you're looking for like a Hawkeye figure. I would say that this is probably the best version they have released. They recently gave us the Avengers Endgame version as well. Previously, Age of Ultron, which was also a decent figure, at least from that line. But in terms of the iconic look and the best sculpt on the face, it's this version, which they only released a couple of months ago. So we have Hawkeye in the sleeveless look, which we've never seen before. And we have the bow and arrow, this time with the separate hand, something they did new again. And just a detail on the costume. And then obviously we have all the arrows and quivers. So really good figure. It does include two alternate head sculpts as well, including one with a different facial expression and the sunglasses. So yeah, I'll definitely recommend this Hawkeye over any of his previous versions. Black Widow, which of course is an amazing figure. We've seen Natasha released plenty of times, whether it's Age of Ultron, Infinity War, Endgame, her solo film. But this is my favorite version because I really like the classic look of Black Widow. You have the shield logo on the arms, just a simple look with the gun, which of course is from the final battle scene in that pose. Face sculpt, it's definitely one of the best, and I've always liked Black Widow in the short hair. This one also included alternate face sculpts as well as the wavy hair as well, and obviously all the standard alternate hands we normally see. So this is a really good Black Widow. I think all the Black Widow figures are pretty good for the SH Figuarts. And then we have Captain America, which of course is the classic suit from the first Avengers. This figure is actually not part of the Avengers Assemble line. The one you're seeing here is actually the Avengers Endgame version, the Cap versus Cap version, which is essentially the same figure. The only difference is the other one had kind of like a battle damaged armor and battle damaged shield, but I think this one just works as well in your collection. That's probably one of the reasons why I didn't pick up the Avengers Assemble one, because this one just looks too similar. Maybe later on I will and then throw this one back into my Endgame collection, but for the moment I think this one is okay. The other alternative differences was that in the Avengers Assemble one you do get like a aggressive face with the mask on, whereas this version didn't include it. But it does also have the Steve Rogers head sculpt, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's a really nice figure to have. I think the classic Captain America look is obviously the closest one we've seen to the comics, in my opinion. And then we have Thor, which is again an amazing figure. Nations have come a long way since Age of Ultron, which they made the line in 2013-14. In 2021, they gave us this Thor finally. I feel that it's such a classic look. It kind of has that mixture of the comic slash movie version. So I really like this Thor in the SH Figuarts. I know in Infinity War and Endgame he had different looks totally. So some people may prefer those. But in terms of the classic Thor, I like this. Just the detail with the cape, the face sculpts. The Mjolnir does include this one with the lightning effects as well as the spinning Mjolnir, which we've never seen before. So again, it's another great addition to this figure. And the final character I want to show you is the upgraded suit for Tony Stark, Iron Man Mark 7, which was released a few years ago now. Although they did release a Birth of Iron Man edition with the new color wave, which they've kind of been showing in the promo photos with the rest of the line. But to me, this one is the one that is accurate to the film. So I would definitely recommend this one because it has a slightly darker burgundy red compared to the brighter new colors. If they release a battle damage version of the Mark 7, I would get it because that is how he looked in the end battle. So this one's just a clean version, which of course obviously works and I'm happy with it. That's why I didn't buy the Birth of Iron Man edition. So you can see once I throw in the Iron Man figure, we have an amazing display. Such a classic movie in 2012, and now it comes to the 1/12 scale of SH Figuarts. So the other characters maybe they could still add that we've never seen before is Agent Coulson. There was a prototype a few years ago, and also Maria Hill. I think that would be another good character to add to this display. Other than that, I'm not missing that many figures. Obviously, I have the Endgame cap, which I can buy the Avengers Assemble. And for the Mark 7, obviously I can buy the new colorway, but I'm happy with the original version. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my channel for the previous one I did of the Iron Man collection. And of course stay tuned for more MCU Saga parts in my SH Figuarts display. Thanks for watching and hope to see you soon.